basically any defense. Like, you watch, I can hit one of these tight ends out in the flat and he can pick up 4 or 5 yards, whatever. So flats, any defense you're not running a hard flat can be somewhat of a weakness. The other weakness of this would be sometimes the seam. Now you see here, right in between my two safeties, there is a bit of a gap. Now, it's not as bad as cover 2, like we'll audible to cover 2 real quick. Look at that gap. And these safeties both spread out so far. So it's not like that. There is less of a gap, but in that, there is a little bit of a hole. So you got to be aware of that. The other big, not issue, but the other weakness of this is cover 4 beaters. Now, if you run this and someone comes out in a cover 4 beater and you're running it stock and they guess to run it to the right side, so here's a really good cover 4 beater. I actually want to make a video of this out of just a quick video of this because it is such a good cover 4 beater. So Marvin Jones doesn't have the best speed, but that's all right. We'll flip it actually. So if they guess right, and so it's Golden Tate this time, not the best speed. We'll see if I can get over the top. But so as you can see, they're running the cover 4 beater to the cover 4 side. Now, every once in a while, if they guess right to the right side, they will be able to hit you for a cover 4 bomb sometimes. Actually, I got through there. But every once in a while, they will be able to hit a cover 4 beater. But they have to call it to the right side, and that's saying you're making no adjustments. And I want to tell you guys all the adjustments to really limit the weaknesses of this defense. So, to me, the weaknesses are the flats, and the middle of the field a little bit, and then cover 4 beaters. Those are the 3 areas that will sometimes give you issues. So, now I want to show you guys the adjustments to really limit all 3 of those things. So, let's get into a passing formation, because really the run game, there isn't a lot of weaknesses. I've played a few guys since I've been running this who literally have unbelievable running games, who have gashed me, but most people, guys, if you're not playing in weekend league against top 50 guys, like, they will not know how to attack this defense and run on it. So let's try to find a good play with it. I want to find a corner route. Okay, corner strike. This will work good. So let's come out and cover 9. One thing I gotta say right now is if you don't know how to do quick adjustments, it is really gonna limit your ability to play defense, right? Like, I will do quick adjustments all game. Like, I will do 3-4 quick adjustments every single time I come out on D. So the number 1 quick adjustment I will do is I will change that quarter flat from your linebacker to a cloud flat. Cloud flats are the best flat in the game. The only flats you should ever be running are cloud flats or hard flats. Depending on the situation, depending what you want to run, those are the only 2 flats you should ever be running. So we're going to put him in cloud flats. We're going to put our linebacker in cloud flats by pressing triangle down on the right stick, triangle up on the right stick. If you see, now our linebacker is in cloud flats. So that is the number 1 thing you are always going to want to do. But if you see people really liking to abuse the flats, this is what I like to do. I want to press my corners. So I want to press triangle and then down on the D-pad. Now you can see both my corners are rolled up. So the other thing I want to do, now you can just run hard flats. So that's going to be triangle down, right? Now the flats are not going to be an issue for you. You are going to have flats locked up. Let's run it one time. Boom. We'll have 2 little flat routes. We'll try to throw to either one. Look at that. Boom. That's a pick. Hard flat, like, it destroys. If people are abusing the flats and you want to risk it, run hard flats. Now the problem with running hard flats, let's run hard flats again. As you can see, it's a hard flat, is people can, abuse you in other spots of the field, right? That was a bad throw, but that's going to be open. Plays above the hard flats. Deeper in the flat is going to be open. Now, one thing I really like to do against people who want to hit the flats is I like to roll my safeties up, or my corners up. Then I want to put, by double tapping R1, X, that's the guy I want to put just that side guy in a hard flat. So now my linebacker's in a hard flat, and my corner's in a cloud flat. The reason I like this is because the corner on the right side who's in that quarters coverage is going to play corner routes amazing. So you don't really need a cloud flat all the time on that side. I really like to put that guy in a hard flat because now watch, if I try to throw this Jones route, watch how well that corner plays this guy. Look at that. Look at this. Look how good he plays that. That was a really tight throw, and a lot of the times, guys, that corner is going to be able to jump it. So I like to once again press my corners, and I like to double tap R1 X and put that guy in a hard flat. Once again, I'm going to do it again. It's a really quick thing once you get good at it, guys. This is something you got to come in practice mode and practice quick adjustments. So I like to double tap R1. That's going to bring up all your linebackers, and I want to do Harrison. So I'm going to press X, and it's going to come up to the left, hard flat. Then I want to press my corners, and this is really going to limit people's ability to attack the flats. Now you only have one hard flat open, and the other thing with flats, guys, is I like to let people hit the flats if that's what they want to hit. If people want to dink and dunk to the flats, you're going to come up, lay hit sticks, and you're going to get forced fumbles, and people really don't like hitting the flats over and over and over. So I like to play just this one guy on the cover four side in a hard flat, keep my corner in a cloud, because there is a bigger hole on that side with just the cover 2 deep half. He's not going to play the corner routes as good as this quarters coverage on the right side. So that is the one weakness. Boom. That is how I like to play against people who are really abusing the flats. One other weakness, guys, that I forgot to tell you of this defense is, I want to go over it real quick. We'll come out in cover 9, and we'll come out in, I know, trips Y ISO has it deep out. So what a lot of people will try to run when they see a cover 4 or a cover 3, they'll try to put a single receiver on one side of the formation against the cover 4 or the cover 3 side, and that is going to get open really well against this with no adjustments, right? Watch this Ebron route, get open, throw it on break, boom, that's 15 yards. So that is another hole, is if you have a single side and they are running an out route, that is going to be a hole. Now the only thing you have to do to stop this is flip the coverage. If you put the cover 2 side on that side, on the single side where they're running those outs routes, that side will play it so much better. They will have no holes over there to attack. And if they're running a deep out to the bunch side, the side with 3 receivers, it does not work as well. So now watch me try to throw this route to Ebron. Boom. He's going to sit right underneath that, break it up. It's going to be a pick 6. So if you have a guy trying to run those deep outs, just flip your side, your cover 2 side to that side. Okay. Now the other thing I want to go over, and it kind of goes hand in hand, is the cover 4 beaters and the middle of the field. So come out in cover 9. Here's that cover 4 beater, and this kind of goes hand in hand, like I said. So this is one way I really like to run. This stops this stops every cover 4 beater, cover 2 beater, cover 3 beater. This is there's no one play touchdowns against this defense, except maybe the swerve glitch. That's the only thing you got to worry about as far as big plays, and it takes 2 adjustments. So 3 adjustments, we'll say. So I like to cloud flat. Then I like to change these quarters, this cover 4 side, to almost like a cover 2 invert. So what I like to do is I double tap triangle, I'll select the corner, which was square in this case, and I'll go right on the right stick. That'll put him in a deep half. That's what that'll look like. Now, I like to double tap triangle, hit the free safety, triangle in this case, and I put him on an inside third. That is what this looks like. Now, there is not one cover 2, cover 3, cover 4 beater that'll beat it, and this takes away the middle of the field. This guy here is going to play the middle of the field so well on all posts, everything like that. So if you get a guy who's loving post routes, trying to beat you with cover 4 beaters, this will destroy it. There will be no cover 4 beaters. Yeah, I'll run this cover 4 beater to show you. If I get time, hopefully a little bit of time, like I'll try to, I'll go and replay and show you how well this takes away the cover 4 beater. It is just no chance you are going to be able to get this right, because it's not a cover 4 anymore. It's a cover, it's like a cover 2, cover 3 hybrid. Like look at, he's there. If I throw that, he's going to undercut it. You have 3 guys surrounding him. It is going to take, and this 32, any post route, like look, that's a post route, and he's all over it. So, if guys, I like to run the cover 9, like I will run it a lot of the time stock like this. All I'll do is I'll cloud flat. Now, like I said, there's a few weaknesses. There's the flats. There's some post routes that will get in there. There's some cover 4 beaters that will maybe beat you. But I like to make people prove to me they can do that. Like if they're killing me with the flats, then I will audible that linebacker to a hard flat and I'll roll up. And that's really going to limit, they're not going to be able to hit flats to one side and then I'm going to rally to the other side. If people are really wanting to hit post routes on me, I will do that. Like I said, I'll put my 1 safety on an inside third. That cover 3 look is really going to take away post routes, and then switch that guy to a cover 2, and they are not going to be hitting post routes at all. If they're hitting cover 4s on me, if they're trying to hit cover 4 beaters, once again, I'll just run that. Boom. Put him in cloud flats. Once again, so there are a few adjustments. The other thing you guys really need to be aware of is to put a QB spy on the field. This is one tip I will go to my grave saying. Almost every single play, unless I'm blitzing, I don't even care if I'm playing Tom Brady with like 65 speed, I will put a QB spy on the field. I like to use one of my D tackles. Now some people will say that this hurts in the run game, they get pancaked easier. I honestly don't think they do, maybe a tiny bit, but I had Jadavon Clowney in that D tackle and I spy him almost every single play, and to me, he does not get pancaked at a crazy rate. I do not feel like he's out there, like I've never had a player, if you can afford that Jadavon Clowney, he makes so many plays in the run game for me, and he's almost always in a spy. So I don't have an issue for that. So when I come out, every single time, the adjustments I make, guys, and these 2 adjustments, that's all you have to do to make this defense really good. And then the other adjustments, they're a little bit more advanced, and those I would run against really good opponents who are kind of figuring you out. So, this is what it looks like stock. All I'll do, I'll double tap L1, and that'll bring up your D line. And you can choose whatever one. I like to choose X. You can choose a D end, whoever, and you press X, and then you go right on the right stick, and that'll turn him into a spy. Now, if you're playing Vic, you're playing Cam Newton, 100% you need a spy on the field. If you're playing Breeze, Rodgers, Brady, I still like a spy, because if guys roll out, which a lot of people in Madden like to do, all you have to do is send your spy by double tapping R3. That's going to send your spy at the quarterback, and it's going to it really screws people up when they can't move out of the pocket at all. So I always do that every play. Unless I'm sending a full out blitz, I won't put a spy, but otherwise spy every play, double tap L1, X over, that's all I do. Go in practice mode, practice this, guys, and then instead of having that quarter flat on the field, I'll go triangle down, then triangle up, that'll put him in a cloud flat. So guys, that is this base is what I like to run, right? QB spy and a cloud flat. So guys, those are the adjustments I like to make. They are going to make your game, like if you don't want to run any adjustments, this is still going to be an amazing run defense. It's still going to be a really tough pass defense, but if you run just these adjustments, it is going to make your defense go from good to really freaking great. So guys, those are the adjustments I like to run. That is the intro into cover 9. That is why cover 9, cover 6. That is why I like to run the defense. That is the main adjustments I like to run. QB spy, hard flat my linebacker, put take away cover 4 beaters by putting your safety in a deep or inside third and your corner deep half.